Your nervous system is manifesting, not your thoughts. Trying to manifest but feeling stressed, rushed, or overwhelmed. If you're trying to manifest your desires but you constantly feel stressed, rushed, or emotionally overwhelmed, pause here for a moment. This feeling isn't random, and it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means your body is speaking. Manifestation doesn't begin in your thoughts, it begins in your nervous system. And right now, your system may be asking for safety, not effort. What if the reason it's not working is the stress itself? What if the very pressure you're putting on yourself to manifest is what's blocking it? Stress sends a signal of urgency, lack, and survival. And the universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to emotional states. When your body is tense and breath is shallow, you're not aligned with receiving, you're aligned with chasing. And chasing is not the same as allowing. Manifestation alignment doesn't come from hustle. We've been conditioned to believe that effort equals results, that if we just try harder, think more positively, or push ourselves further, things will finally shift. But manifestation alignment works differently. Hustle carries resistance, force carries fear. Alignment happens when your inner world feels spacious, calm, and steady enough to hold what you're calling in. It comes from calm. Calm is not laziness. Calm is regulation. Calm is the state where your body feels safe enough to receive more. When your shoulders soften and your breath deepens, you move out of survival mode and into coherence. This is where manifestation becomes natural, not because you're trying, but because you're finally aligned with the frequency of peace. Your nervous system is always communicating with the universe. Every moment, your nervous system is sending information outward, not through words, but through sensations, emotions, and energy. The universe responds to what your body consistently believes to be true. If your system is tense, guarded, or hypervigilant, that becomes the signal. Regulation is communication. Calm is a message of trust. Stress, grinding, and overworking are frequencies too. Stress has a frequency, grinding has a frequency, overworking has a frequency. And while they may look productive, they often communicate lack, urgency, and fear of not having enough. These states tell the subconscious that something is missing, and manifestation doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you're reinforcing emotionally every single day. And they are not the frequency of receiving. Receiving happens when your system is open, not braced. When you're relaxed, present, and grounded, you're no longer pushing against life. You're allowing it to move toward you. Stress contracts, calm expands. And expansion is the state where opportunities, abundance, and alignment naturally flow in without force. The future version of you, the one with everything you desire. Picture the version of you who already has what you're manifesting, not just the outcome, but the internal experience. This version of you doesn't wake up frantic. They don't live in constant urgency. They move with certainty, with trust, with a deep sense of inner stability. That version already exists energetically. They are not anxious. Your future self is not anxious about timing. They're not checking constantly to see if it's working. Anxiety signals uncertainty and lack. Your future self feels settled, safe, calm in their body. This is important because manifestation doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to emotional familiarity. They are grounded. Grounded energy moves slowly, intentionally, and confidently. When you're grounded, your body feels supported by life rather than threatened by it. You make choices from clarity instead of fear. This grounding is not something you earn, it's something you allow by slowing down and reconnecting with your body. They are at peace. Peace isn't the absence of desire, it's the absence of resistance. Your future self still dreams, still expands, still grows. But they are no longer fighting the present moment. Peace is the emotional state where trust replaces control and where manifestation unfolds without strain. They wake up feeling grateful, safe, and present. Gratitude is not forced positivity, it's nervous system safety. When your body feels safe, gratitude arises naturally. Your future self wakes up anchored in the now, not worried about what's missing. Presence is magnetic. It signals that you're already connected to life rather than waiting to begin. Manifestation is not pulling that version of you closer. You don't need to chase your future self. You don't need to pull outcomes toward you or beg the universe to respond. That creates separation. Manifestation doesn't work through distance. It works through resonance, and resonance happens internally, not externally. Manifestation is becoming them now. Becoming them now doesn't mean pretending or forcing feelings. It means practicing their emotional state gently and consistently. Calm, trust, gratitude, safety. Each time you choose regulation over urgency, you step into alignment with that version of yourself. This is embodiment. This is what true manifestation alignment feels like. Manifestation alignment feels steady, not intense, quiet, not chaotic. It feels like ease in your chest and spaciousness in your breath. When alignment is present, there's no need to convince yourself. Your body knows. And when your body knows, the universe responds naturally. When you calm your body, your subconscious opens. The subconscious doesn't respond to words, it responds to states. When your body is calm, your subconscious becomes receptive. This is where new beliefs are absorbed without effort. Calm is the doorway to rewiring patterns that were built during stress, fear, and survival. This is where subconscious reprogramming happens naturally. You don't need to fight old beliefs. You dissolve them by creating safety. As calm becomes familiar, your system releases patterns rooted in urgency and lack. Subconscious reprogramming happens effortlessly when the body feels supported rather than pressured to change. Your body must feel safe before it can receive. Receiving is not a mindset, it's a physiological experience. If your body feels unsafe, it will resist expansion. Safety tells your system that more is welcome, more love, more abundance, more ease. Regulation is the foundation of all manifestation. So today, stop asking, what more should I do? Action isn't the problem, urgency is. When you're constantly asking what else you should do, you reinforce the belief that you're not enough yet. Instead of adding more, subtract pressure, subtract force. Let alignment lead action rather than fear. Instead ask, how would my future self move today? This question shifts everything. Your future self doesn't rush. They don't over-explain. They don't abandon themselves. They move with intention. When you ask this, you allow guidance to come from embodiment rather than intellect. Would they rush or breathe? Breath is regulation. Breath tells the body it's safe. Each conscious breath aligns you more deeply with receiving. When you slow your breath, you slow resistance. This is a powerful but gentle way to shift your frequency instantly. Would they force or trust? Trust doesn't mean inaction, it means aligned action. Forcing comes from fear of not getting what you want. Trust comes from knowing what's meant for you doesn't require self-abandonment. Open hands receive, closed fists resist. Would they force or trust? Trust doesn't mean inaction, it means aligned action. Forcing comes from fear of not getting what you want. Trust comes from knowing what's meant for you doesn't require self-abandonment. Open hands receive, closed fists resist. This is self-concept healing in real time. Each calm choice reinforces a new identity, one that trusts life, one that feels safe to receive. Self-concept healing isn't about affirmations. It's about behavior rooted in regulation. Your body learns who you are through how you treat yourself. Close your eyes and feel their emotional state now. Close your eyes gently and bring your attention inward. You don't need to visualize anything perfectly. Just sense the emotional state of your future self. Notice how their body feels, soft, steady, unhurried. Let your breath slow naturally. Let your shoulders drop. This isn't imagination, it's embodiment. You're allowing your nervous system to sample a new emotional baseline, one rooted in safety, trust, and quiet certainty. Peace, gratitude, quiet confidence. Peace feels like nothing needing to be fixed. Gratitude feels like enough already being here. Quiet confidence feels steady, not loud, not performative, just deeply rooted. Let these emotions move through your body without forcing them. These states are not rewards you earn later. They are frequencies you practice now. And the more familiar they become, the more naturally your external reality reorganizes to match them. Your body is learning the frequency of your future. Your body learns through repetition, not logic. Every moment of calm teaches your system what is safe, normal, and expected. As this frequency becomes familiar, your subconscious no longer resists expansion. It begins to allow more ease, more support, more flow. This is how alignment stabilizes, not through intensity, but through consistency in regulated, grounded states. Your body is learning the frequency of your future. Your body learns through repetition, not logic. Every moment of calm teaches your system what is safe, normal, and expected. As this frequency becomes familiar, your subconscious no longer resists expansion. It begins to allow more ease, more support, more flow. This is how alignment stabilizes, not through intensity, but through consistency in regulated, grounded states. You were just trying to manifest from survival. Survival mode tries to control outcomes, force timelines, and prove worth. Alignment doesn't do that. Alignment trusts, it listens, it softens. And now you're no longer manifesting from fear or urgency. You're choosing regulation over resistance. This shift alone changes everything. When survival relaxes, receiving becomes natural. Comment "I choose alignment" and claim this version of yourself. This is your moment to claim a new way of being, not by doing more, but by choosing alignment. When you choose calm, you choose trust. When you choose trust, you open yourself to receive. Comment "I choose alignment" as a declaration, not to the algorithm, but to your nervous system. This is the version of you that manifests with ease.